Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this quadrilateral ABED along with these two radii BC and CD fully inscribed in a circle with the center C, as you can see in this given diagram. And moreover, this angle BAD is Y, the angle BCD is X, and this angle BED is Z, and furthermore this angle CBE is alpha, whereas this angle CDE is beta, such that the sum of the angles alpha plus beta equals to 123 degrees. And now our task is to find the value of this angle X, the value of angle Y, and finally the value of this angle Z. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. Let's focus on this quadrilateral ABED. Just disregard these radii B, C, and CD. And now let's recall the definition of a cyclic quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is called a cyclic if all the vertices of the quadrilateral lie on the very same circle, as you can see in this given diagram. And this quadrilateral ABCD is indeed a cyclic quadrilateral, since all these vertices A, B, C, and D lie on the very same circle. And furthermore, the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral have a total of 180 degrees. So therefore, this angle and this angle, they add up to 180 degrees. And likewise, these two opposite angles add up to 180 degrees as well. So therefore we can see that our this quadrilateral ABED is indeed a cyclic quadrilateral, since all the vertices A, B, E, and D lie on the very same circle. And furthermore, these two opposite angles Y plus Z must add up to 180 degrees. So therefore we can write angle Y plus angle Z is going to be equal to 180 degrees. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And now we are going to focus on this another quadrilateral BCDE as well. And we know that sum of all these interior angles in this quadrilateral is going to be equal to 360 degrees. In other words, the sum of angles X plus Z plus alpha plus beta is going to be equal to 360 degrees. So therefore we can write the interior angle sum is going to be equal to 360 degrees for this quadrilateral BCDE. So therefore we can write down all these interior angles X plus Z plus angle alpha plus angle beta is going to be equal to 360 degrees. And now we know that angle alpha plus beta equals to 123 degrees. So therefore we are going to substitute our alpha plus beta value as 123 degrees over here. So therefore we can write X plus Z plus 123 degrees is going to be equal to 360 degrees. And now we are going to subtract 123 degrees from both sides. This is gone. So therefore our angle X plus angle Z turns out to be equal to 237 degrees. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. And finally, let's recall the central angle theorem. According to this theorem, the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. And here we can see this angle Y is our angle at the circumference, whereas this angle x is our angle at the center. So therefore, according to this central angle theorem, this angle x has got to be equal to twice this angle y. So therefore, I can write down angle x is going to be equal to 2 times angle y. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 3. So thus we are ended up with the system of 3 equations, and now we are going to solve for x, y, and z. And now let's focus on these equations 2 and 3. And we are going to substitute x equals to 2y in the equation 2. And here's our equation number 2. X plus z equals to 237 degrees. And now we are going to substitute x equals to 2y over here. So I'm going to replace x with 2y over here. So therefore I can write 2y plus z is going to be equal to 237 degrees. And now I'm going to tweak this 2y. 2y could be written as y plus y. So therefore we can rewrite this equation as y plus z is going to be equal to 237 degrees. And now let's focus on equation 1. Y plus z value is 180 degrees. So therefore I'm going to substitute this y plus z value as 180 degrees over here. So therefore we can write y plus 180 degrees equal to 237 degrees. And now we are going to subtract 180 degrees from both sides to isolate y. This 180 degrees and negative 180 degrees is gone. So therefore our angle y turns out to be equal to 57 degrees. So thus our angle y turns out to be 57 degrees. And now let's focus on this equation 3 once again. And here I have copied down equation 3. And we know we just figured out our y value as 57 degrees. So therefore x could be written as equal to 2 times 57 degrees. So therefore our angle x turns out to be 114 degrees. So thus our angle x turns out to be 114 degrees. And now let's focus on this equation 1. And here we have copied down this equation 1 over here. And we already figured out our y value as 57 degrees. So therefore we can write 57 degrees plus angle z equal to 180 degrees. And now we are going to subtract 57 degrees from both sides to isolate angle z. So this 57 degrees and negative 57 degrees, they are gone. So therefore our angle z turns out to be 123 degrees. So thus our angle z turns out to be 123 degrees. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, our x value turns out to be 114 degrees. Our y value is 57 degrees. And finally our z value is 123 degrees. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.